Hey, hey, welcome, Nettie here on this beautiful day, on this Transcend Love channel. In this park again, underneath this tree again. In fact, it's the same tree from yesterday, but y'all didn't get to see the tree from yesterday's video. And actually, there is a skate park just right behind me. That was another um, piece to the park. Listen, if you've never been to Houston and you don't know nothing about Buffalo Bayou is comprised of a lot of parks, probably the most I've ever seen in my entire life, connected to Buffalo Bayou. And they all be called something different, which is interesting to me. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's stretched for so long. Yeah. But it turns out there's more to yesterday's message about going outside and enjoying your life. The message is presence, the significance of sitting down somewhere or going outside and enjoying your life in the fullness of it is presence. We are, we spend too much time thinking, and all of that thinking gets us a whole lot of past results going forward. And I don't know about you, but I've lived the past already before. And it was all right, even on the best days, like it's not right now. The only time there ever is right now. The past is no longer. You cannot do that anymore, not fruitfully. And so it would behoove us not to bring the past into the present. There isn't any future either. Either. There's right now. Right now. There's only right now. But we get carried away trying to create even the future. So many of my videos are have already been about and likely will still be about creating the life that you want, but that still comes from right now. You have to know how to enjoy the right now. You have to be present in the right now and find gratitude in the right now. We it really isn't ever anything going on that's super serious. Time is a construct, conversation for another day, but still very much related. We get so hyped up in time, and uh, that brings or keeps us stuck. Brings about stuckness, and it leaves us stuck in places that we've already been when we're trying to move on. That's not beneficial to what you're creating here. But what you're creating is from the present moment, so it's imperative that you are present in the moment. If you're not present in the moment, then you don't get the opportunity of experiencing what is happening right now. Also, it keeps your mind from wandering into all of those past places, traumas, and lanes that you don't really belong in anyway. And that pulls you, that robs you of your enjoyment for right now. Even planning too heavily into the future robs you of the present joy. You'll experience pleasure, and pleasure is external to you, but joy is internal to you. So, all of those things you create from the inside. But with that said, you have to know how to be present in the moment to be able to enjoy the life that you're living. Yesterday, we talked about getting outside to be able to enjoy the life that you're living, but it's very possible to be out here and doing things that you love to do without loving them while you're doing them. It becomes more of a formality and more of just something that needs to be done, like maintenance or like a chore, but it shouldn't be that way. If it's something that you truly enjoy, enjoy that. Enjoy it every time and in the moment. Take the time And don't be so wrapped up in thought about what it is that you're doing that you can't enjoy your moment in time. There's nothing going on that won't be solved, that won't be figured out, and not even by you. Your way, there is no wrong way. There isn't, you can't mess it up and you can't get it wrong. But it's important to be present. If you'll notice, whenever you are going through something or just anything, it's not even, it doesn't have to be anything hard, even just everyday life where you get caught up in thought. We often think, and I know that I've been guilty of this before, like we just get into overthinking. All of our day is comprised of overthinking about everything. And we even look down or frown upon people who are thinkers or who aren't thinkers. Let me take that back. Who aren't thinkers. But the truth is that they probably experience so much more joy more often than not than someone who is always thinking. Because when you're busy thinking all the time, you are taken away from the moment. And so now you have to put yourself in the space of not the thinker, but the conscious observer. If you can observe what is going on, that brings about presence. And it helps you to separate your thoughts from who you are. You're not your thoughts, but we often feel like we are because we allow those thoughts to carry us away. We get so caught up in thinking and we do not separate what it is that we have going on. And so it's so super important that we get this and learn how to be present in the moment. So as I sit here in the park, I'm at probably the one of the most beautiful angles you can see this backdrop of the Houston skyline. And I'm just looking, there's a couple of trails in front of me, and I can see across majority of the, not majority, let me not say majority because this is a massive park. I can see to the other side of where I am in this park. And there are at least 6 trails along the way, and you see a number of people skating and skateboarding and on their electric scooters and on their electric bikes and just enjoying life for the most part. But also, you see a lot of people who are on their phone. They walking and texting or walking and doing something else that takes them, steals them away from the moment. Now, I've taken this time. I've been out here for a hot little minute. I've been out here since like one something. I don't even know what time it is at the moment. I want to say it's either close to 5 or after 5. But I made sure that even though I knew that I would, well, I thought that I would record. I didn't know that for sure because I couldn't really be sure about it. But yeah, so even with the possibility of potentially recording while out here, I made sure that I enjoyed the majority of the time while I'm out without doing much of anything else. I've even, like, I've listened to some of my favorite music. Is some smooth jazz. I'm in this, listen, I got a whole outside jazz, smooth jazz concert around here. I did not write today because I just haven't felt pressed to as of yet. That doesn't mean I won't, but I've just been enjoying the moment, being present and not having a whole bunch of thoughts. Practicing just being in the element and in the moment for the sake of enjoying it and not putting too much on the moment. In fact, earlier, I there are a number of parks that I actually really, really like. This is among my favorites just because of this background and the number of things that are going on at all times, as well as the different trails. There's a lot to see out here. Anyway, but one of my favorites. So I wanted to make sure that I enjoyed it. I took a different route than I took yesterday when I came out. It's just been a whole vibe. I still didn't bring no food, but I ate before I came. I thought I was doing something. I wasn't. I'm hungry again. I should have got some fruit, but I still had to go to the store. So all good. That was a bunch of information that I don't, well, It didn't feel like it fit. But if you in the house and you need to go to the store, go to the store. Don't not eat because you don't feel like getting out and going to the store. Whoever you are that is struggling with the decision that need to be made, going out there and people a little bit. Go people a little bit. It's good for your health. um, yeah. So be present. This moment is for you. And also, you can't hear. Y'all keep seeing me smiling. I'm smiling at people that's walking by. Especially when that smile get real big. That's because I'm peopling right now, low key. But you can't experience the fullness in a moment without presence, and you cannot still yourself, still your mind, and you often get a lot of the answers to your questions, to your concerns at the time whenever you leave them and you become present. So back to the point of, thank you, Spirit, back to the point of separating who you are as a being and the security guard sees me. He saw me both yesterday and today, and so he's messing with me. But separating who you are as a being from your thoughts. Often we are carried away. I said that before, but it kind of goes along with one of the other videos that I was recording earlier this week that talked about just this being this change being a struggle, and that's because we are thinking too much, and we are not making the determination or the separation between our thoughts and who we actually are. You are a being. You're not your thoughts. You are spirit. You are not your thoughts. And so, as a way to be a conscious observer and move away from those thoughts, we talked about accepting them, but not entangling yourself to the degree that you begin to think more about them. I spoke a bit on that already as well, but yeah, this is a great way. In taking a moment, as soon as you recognize that you were thinking, you've become conscious and aware in the moment of what's going on within you. And that is very important. That is a signifier of presence. As soon as you can tap out or pull away from, to be real, all those thoughts and all that thinking is like a drunken state. It's really like an addiction. It keeps you hemmed up in the past. It robs you of the joy of the present. So, anytime you recognize that you're thinking, then you are present. And at that point of presence, all of the worries go away if you don't entertain them. Anyway, the device is getting hot. So I'm going to assume that that is a message, because this is a real hot message. And I'll keep it short and simple. But if Spirit pushes me to record further on it, then I do it. So yeah, stop thinking so much so you can be present. Your problems are solved in the present moment, and you can actually hear from Spirit and get your answers. So go and be great. Love and light. I love you. Till next time. Peace.